I asked ChatGPT, give me some nicknames for us that are super fans of Wicked. Some that I got in return: Ozians, that's just people that are from Oz; Emeralds, Whiz Kids, Defiers, Greenies, Glendamites, which I like that one; Shiz Kids, the Gravity Gang, Wickedlings. Give me a second while I change my channel name and logo. There you go. Let's watch and react to the final trailer for the upcoming Wicked for Good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the garage. To say that I'm excited would be an understatement. Of course, it's called Wicked for Good. This one also directed by John Chu, also starring Miss Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande as Elphaba and Glinda, of course. Now, I've been doing Oscar predictions on this channel for a few years. So last year, Wicked Part 1 was heavy in the rotation on this channel, and I predicted all 10 of the nominations that Wicked Part 1 received last season. You're welcome. I did ride or die pretty hard on a couple categories that I ended up missing, but of course they did win some pretty prestigious Oscars last year, including costume design and production design. I think those two, among many others, will be in play again this year, and I will once again be leading the charge for Ariana Grande, Queen Ari, to be on that stage getting her Academy Award.
Why don't you mind your own business, you old fuck?
This trailer came out yesterday. Yesterday was absolutely insane for me, so I just kind of blocked out the noise. I didn't really hear anybody's reaction to it. I don't know what people thought of it. So for the first time, I'm going to watch this new trailer for Wicked for Good, and then I will give you some thoughts at the end if the trailer sways me in one way or the other in terms of Oscar chances. Let's get it going, see what we're dealing with here. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, play.
Couldn't be happier.
It's more important than ever that you lift everyone's spirits, as only you can.
Does that do what I think it does?
Oh boy.
No.
She got her bubble.
No way. I'm obsessulated.
The one really sells it.
Because happy is what happens.
Linda, the good.
When all your dreams come true.
It's the Wicked Witch.
Our wizard lies. Okay.
You can wave that wand all you want, but you have no real power.
And she's serving as Elphaba, I'm just gonna tell you.
I'm a public figure now. People expect me to lie, be encouraging.
She looks good in this.
You can't resist this.
Who could?
You know who could.
There's a house, and it's flying through the sky.
All right, visual effects.
I'm off to see the wizard.
Shot of the lion there.
Of the Wicked Witch of the West. So I have proof that she's dead.
Stop this. It's gone too far. Elphaba, they're coming for you. Just look at me.
Not with your eyes, with theirs.
I've heard it said that people come into our lives
For good?
for a reason. Here's the plan. I have no plan.
Well, I do.
Oh, thank Oz.
Haven't you heard? I'm the Wicked Witch of the West.
The comet pulls the morning as it passes the sun, like a seed dropped by a skybird in the distance.
This is the work of the Wicked Witch.
Who can say I've been changed for the better? Because I knew you.
What have you done to me?
Because I knew you.
Chills.
Because I knew you. I have been changed. Think of what we could do together. For good.
Let's fucking go, dude. What the hell is this? Hold, please. Look, that whole fucking trailer was a serve. Period. I feel like I'm on a goddamn cloud. I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh. All right, let me bring it back here. Let me bring it back to earth. I had chills for like the last minute of that trailer. Universal Pictures, John M. Chu, the cast, the choreography, the dance numbers. We already talked about the production design and the costumes, which, by the way, I know they were filmed at the same time or roughly the same time. They look better somehow. I don't know if there was something done in post that made it look a little bit more pristine. That also makes sense thematically because Act 2 of the musical, which I've seen on stage about 4 times, is darker. So literally darker, but also like thematically. Glinda is a much more conflicted character portrayed by Ariana, who is kind of an antagonist in a way, or like a sympathetic villain in the second act of the film. But I do like that we're still going to see her kind of quirky comedy, it looks like. There was a couple of like line deliveries that were intended to be comedic when she's like, I don't have a plan. And then Elphaba's like, I have a plan. And she's like, oh, thank Oz. So it looks like we're still going to get to see some of that kind of like dim-witted humor from her, which was part of what was so great about her in the first movie. And then Cynthia Erivo as Elphaba, A+. There are a couple new songs going to be on the soundtrack and in the movie, which would lend to it being nominated for original song. And I think it will be. Perhaps both of them could get into original song. I don't think they've announced it 100%, but in researching it, Cynthia is going to have one as Elphaba called No Place Like Home, which was written by legendary Stephen Schwartz. The Girl in the Bubble is going to be Ariana's solo. I think Cynthia Erivo helped write one of those, which would then net her an Oscar if it were to end up winning, which, if you've been keeping score, I think that would give her an EGOT. So she would be one of the youngest, if not the youngest, EGOT winner if that were able to pan out. In talking about Oscars real quick before I wrap up, obviously I love the trailer. It's my quick reaction. I feel really good, no pun intended, about where I have this movie in my mind right now, and in some cases in my predictions. So I've been doing predictions for this upcoming year since May, which is fucking crazy, but I've been doing it. And the whole time in my 5 for actress, I've had Cynthia Erivo. In my supporting actress, I've had Ariana at number 1, actually, the entire time. I'm leaving her there after this trailer. I also haven't seen any of the other contenders yet, aside from just trailers and clips here and there. I think one of the actresses from Sentimental Value, there's a couple supporting performances in that film, might be her biggest competition, at least of what I know right now. I do expect J-Lo to be in the conversation too, Jennifer Lopez, for Kiss of the Spider-Woman, which is also a musical performance. And if the Oscars are smart, when it comes time to get these nominees down, imagine if they had Ariana and J-Lo in the same category. Like, we would be eating for like weeks. Aside from the performances I mentioned, I've also got Jonathan Bailey for supporting, and I've got John M. Chu for director right outside my top 5. I think they're in the top 7 or so. And they're kind of seesawing around in that top 6 or 7. So they could sneak in there too, because those are 2 of the very few categories that Wicked did not show up in last year at the Oscars, was director and supporting actor. So keep them front of mind too, because if this movie makes a ton at the box office, which there's no reason why it wouldn't, it's coming out during the holiday season just like the one last year did. It's going to be a continuation, so everybody who went to see the first one is going to go see this one. People that didn't even go see the first one can watch the first one, I think, on Max right now or something like that. And then they can go see the second one in the theater. So I think it's going to do even better box office-wise. And it's going to be a hit. Now, the critical acclaim for the movie and the reception for it critically overall, because it's not hitting festivals and that kind of stuff, to get the early buzz is going to be key. And I've said on a couple recent prediction videos that if Wicked for Good does not perform at least as good or better, I just looked it up, and the first one on Metacritic, for example, is a 73 in the green. So if Wicked for Good can somehow be better than a 73 on Metacritic, just to use as an example, you could also measure against Rotten Tomatoes or anything like that, will give you a general snapshot of the overall reception and consensus for the film from the critical public, and then you would have the general public in terms of the user ratings, but really more so like Letterboxd, and of course the box office dollars. Because if it's making a ton of money and it has great reviews, then it's usually considered a hit across the board. And that's what this movie is going to need, to overperform at this year's Academy Awards in terms of nominations. And I think they can sneak in there very easily. I mean, I can already tell you from the trailer for costume design, production design, and visual effects. You're also possibly looking at hair and makeup again as well. Original song we already talked about. I'm already up to 5, and I haven't even talked about the performances yet. And of course, Best Picture. So if everything I just said and nothing else happens, that's 8 right there. Academy Award nominations this year. Guys, I loved it. Anytime an Oscar player, or what's perceived to be an Oscar player, releases a trailer that I've never seen, I try to sit down and watch it, and I was like, I mean, this thing is coming back to the Academy Awards this year. Period. Wicked, as a phenomenon, is going to be back. Ironically, another phenomenon might be its biggest competition in original song, and that's K-pop Demon Hunters. And by the way, that soundtrack, my son has literally not stopped listening to that for like a month. Send help. Guys, what did you think of the new trailer, which I assume is the final trailer? That's what it said on YouTube when I pulled it up, for Wicked for Good. Are you a big fan of this franchise too? Do you think it's going to be as successful, more successful, or less successful at the Academy Awards this year than it was last year? Or do you even think it's a player this year? Let me know that down below too in the comments. If you take anything away from this video, let's get Queen Ari on that stage. Okay? Academy members, if you're watching this, you know what to do. I'll see you guys out here next time in the garage.